Hello and welcome to the Progress Report, a production of the Progressive Post. Subscribe free at www.progressivepost.com. Today's installment is January 6, 2009. I'm Rick Hall, and here are our top stories. Al Franken has declared victory in the Minnesota race. Jerry Brown urges the court to void Proposition 8. Bob Barr now opposes the Defense of Marriage Act. North San Diego County Democrats are rebuilding to form a progressive body. Toll road proposal sent packing by the feds, and Stacey Taylor fired from AM 1700. Democrat and political satirist Al Franken declared victory in the Minnesota Senate race earlier yesterday. Franken said, "I am proud to stand before you as the next senator from Minnesota. It's clear that we have a lot of important work to do. I'm ready to go to Washington and get to work as soon as possible." The Minnesota State Canvassing Board, led by a Republican, certified the results of the recount. Tony Trimble, attorney for loser Coleman, said shortly after the ruling that the campaign will officially file a lawsuit. "I just have one thing to say. Mr. Trimble, get over it." Harry Reid was somewhat more diplomatic, stating simply that even if Coleman wins the current challenges, he will still not garner enough required votes to win. And I quote here, "He's lost the election, he can stall things, but he can never serve in the Senate." California State Attorney General Jerry Brown has asked the court to toss out Proposition 8, the constitutional amendment meant to ban gay marriage in California. Quote, "Proposition 8 must be invalidated because the amendment process cannot be used to extinguish fundamental constitutional rights without compelling justification," Mr. Brown said in a statement. "It became evident that the Article 1 provision guaranteeing basic liberty, which includes the right to marry, took precedence over the initiative," he said in an interview Friday night. "Based on my duty to defend the law and the entire Constitution, I concluded the court should protect the right to marry even in the face of the 52% vote." Bob Barr now opposes the National Defense of Marriage Act, which he authored. "After long and careful consideration, I have come to agree with Obama that the law should be repealed," Barr goes on to say. "I believe we need to reduce federal power over the lives of the citizenry and over the prerogatives of the states. It truly is time to get the federal government out of the marriage business. In law and policy, such decisions should be left to the people themselves." We progressives are reworking the Democratic Party here in North County. Now that the Democrats have taken power in two branches of government, I feel that it is critical for all of us to step up to the plate and apply pressure to make sure that President Obama, the U.S. Congress, and the Senate do their job. I believe we have a better chance at good government than we have had in a very long time, but we must keep their feet to the fire. That is why I'm running for Democratic delegate. I want to make sure I'm doing my part. Two terrific progressives in North County, Martha Sullivan and Rachel Rott, have worked with myself and others to develop an entire slate of progressives who are running as a team. All we need to do to get elected is to get your support and get you out to vote. Please reserve Sunday, January 11 at 12 p.m. and go to Escondido to vote. You can get all the details from the homepage at www.progressivepost.com. And remember, it's January 11th. Be sure to print out a copy of the flyer so that you have all the names handy. The toll road proposal to allow a private company to build on state park land has been killed by the feds. I would personally like to thank, on behalf of our environmental editor, Nina Hall, all of you who wrote letters, attended meetings, made phone calls, and more in order to defeat this proposal. In its ruling on Thursday, the U.S. Department of Commerce upheld the California Coastal Commission's rejection of the proposed 16-mile toll road. As attorney for the National Resources Defense Council put it, this isn't a toll road through a state park. This is a toll road instead of a state park. And now, a sad note. It seems the economy and really short-sighted decision-making at San Diego's AM 1700 has once again put Stacey Taylor out of a job and pretty much closed the door on progressive talk radio in San Diego. Evidently, the station lost $1 million in advertising due to the downturn in the economy. The really silly part is that it seems Stacey Taylor had the highest rated show on that station. What a bunch of goofballs. Stacey, if you're listening, we could always use a pro here at the Progressive Post to do our progress report. Of course, it won't put food on the table, and it will surely put a final bullet in your career, but hey, we'd love it. Seriously, you've been a friend of the Progressive Post for a long time, and we'll be rooting for you. Let us know if we can do anything to help. Now, I would just like to rant for a minute in a segment that I call Angry Rick. I'm sick of all the talk and speculation on whether George Bush might pardon himself or others in Bush Company. In fact, I really hope he doesn't, or in the alternative, the High Court invalidates it. I mean, how could the framers of the Constitution intended that a sitting president could commit wanton and flagrant and arrogant abuses of law and position and simply pardon themselves? If the High Court rules that way, well, we might as well just have another tea party, because we will never have honest government again. And what about Obama pardoning them? Outrageous! The issue isn't finding the truth. The issue is justice. You simply cannot have justice when those that rule are entitled to break the law anytime they feel like it. Personally, I know that Gerald Ford was just flat wrong when he pardoned Nixon, and I'll tell you something else. I think that if Nixon had served some time in prison, we might have avoided the last 8 years of King George. Starting wars of aggression, warrantless wiretapping, outing a CIA agent, no-bid contracts to Halliburton, torture, dereliction of duty, robbing us of our Bill of Rights. I don't have time to name them all. No, I urge everyone within the sound of this message to let Obama know. No pardons. We want investigations and prosecutions to send a message to all future presidents that we are a nation of laws. Thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome at www.progressivepost.com, where we publish a semi-monthly free electronic newspaper. And you'll find articles, editorials, and in-depth coverage of all the stories you've seen here, plus a calendar of progressive events. My thanks go out to our editor-in-chief, Joe Cruz, our environmental editor, Nina Hall, our event editor, Nicole Hall, and our loyal readers. I'm Rick Hall. See you in 2 weeks.